The story of David and Goliath is one of the most famous biblical tales, found in the Old Testament of the Bible, specifically in 1 Samuel 17. It is a story about faith, courage, and the triumph of the underdog. Setting: the story takes place during a battle between the Israelites and the Philistines. The Philistines had a fearsome warrior named Goliath, a giant over 9 feet tall, who challenged the Israelites to send out a champion to fight him in single combat. The winner would determine the outcome of the entire battle. Goliath was heavily armored, carrying a massive spear and shield, and his appearance and taunts intimidated the Israelite army. For 40 days, Goliath mocked the Israelites and their God, daring them to send someone to fight him. David was a young shepherd boy, the youngest of 8 brothers, who had been sent by his father to deliver food to his older brothers in the Israelite army. When David heard Goliath's taunts, he was outraged that the giant was defying the armies of the living God. Despite his youth and lack of military experience, David volunteered to fight Goliath. Preparation: King Saul, the leader of the Israelites, initially doubted David's ability to face Goliath, but David convinced him by recounting how he had previously killed a lion and a bear while protecting his sheep. Saul offered David his own armor, but David found it too cumbersome and chose instead to face Goliath with only his shepherd's staff, 5 smooth stones from a stream, and a sling. The battle: as Goliath approached, mocking David for his small stature and lack of armor, David remained confident in God's protection. He took a stone, placed it in his sling, and with one accurate shot, struck Goliath in the forehead. The stone sank into Goliath's head, and the giant fell face down to the ground. David then ran over, took Goliath's sword, and cut off his head. Aftermath: seeing their champion defeated, the Philistines fled in terror, and the Israelites won the battle. David's victory over Goliath became a symbol of the power of faith and the idea that with God's help, even the most unlikely person can overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. This story has transcended its religious roots and become a metaphor for any situation where a smaller, weaker opponent faces and overcomes a much stronger adversary.